This one titled Mase Vs Puff. Hashtag Bad Boy Records. I repeat, Mase Vs Puff. Hashtag Bad Boy Records. Now, I know folk, man, they want to be on the winning team. I know folk want to be with the person with all the money or proceed to have all the money in this glamorous life. And it's like a David and Goliath type of situation going on with Mase and Puff. And if y'all know anything about David and Goliath, man, you might want to Google that. Shout out to the one person who came into the room. Mase is David, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Puff is Goliath, man. He got all them folk behind him, man. He got a gang of people behind him. Rest in peace to Andre Harrell. That's who he started out with, who started Uptown Records. Puff started out as an intern, made his way up the ladder, you know, coddled groups like Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Father MC. He the one who brought that swing. He wasn't the inventor of New Jack Swing. He took it and ran with it and infused it with hip hop. So it's like New Jack Swing meets hip hop. That's what Puff did. That's how he opened the doors. Then he got fired because Andre Harrell probably felt like he was getting too big for his britches. Like, nigga, this is my company. And fired him. Basically, got rid of him. And, you know, them pews, y'all know what I'm talking about. Them pews be laying in the cut, they see. He got something here. He has Bad Boy Records. He has an artist named Craig Mack. And another artist, a guy named Notorious Biggie Smalls. So he links up with Clive Davis, the one who gave Whitney, countless people, man. Countless people. Snake, cold snake, though. They portray him as a man that's so smart, but it's not being smart, man. He just slither around and find talent. He got the bank. There's nothing to, grab folk. Like again, with Puff, he slithered. He saw Puff was hungry. Andre Harrell, time is running out. That New Jack Swing shit is not really gonna make it. But this thing that he infused with hip hop and R&B, it's something new and fresh. Hey, Puff. You link up with Puff. Him and Puff have a meeting / sleepover. Puff come up with 40 million. Young guy, 40 mil. Start Bad Boy Records. 2 artists, Craig Mack, Biggie. So that was the inception of Bad Boy Records, man. Dog, I give it to him. He went to Howard University. He dropped out, but he went for marketing. Puff is a marketing genius. You got to give it to him. He started, he had a Big Mac. McDonald's could have, that's how I know he was connected, because McDonald's could have sued him for infringement, man. But he had the Big Mac box. Of course, it ain't got the McDonald's logo or nothing on it. It got Big, and then it got Craig Mack, so Big Mac. That was so fucking smart. I still remember it was in a Source magazine, man. That was so smart of that man. So I'm not going to deny Puff his hard work, his leadership, his hustleness. I'm not going to deny him that, man. The man is a cold nigga. But being up under them pews, them snakes in the industry, he learned how to be a cold snake. A cold snake. They groomed him. So fast forward to him and Mase having these issues. It's looking like, because Mase then went and became a pastor. He came back to rap. He left again, went back to being a pastor. So he flip-flopped. So the world looking at Mase like, oh man, Mase broke. Mase trying to rob the church. They ain't talking about the preacher in their hood that's robbing the church. They talking about Mase robbing the church. See? They ain't gonna talk about Reverend Dogood that's in the hood that been there 30 years and been getting your grandma pension and your grandma 401k for 30 years. Ain't put a doorknob on the church. Y'all ain't gonna talk about that. That's too much like right. but y'all can point the finger at Mase. Okay, cool. Like how they trying to do with Kwame killed Patrick. They trying to point the finger, but they ain't talking about the pastor that's taking all the cheese up out the hood and building big ass luxury churches around here in Detroit. Nigga got jets and all. Man, come on, man. Stop playing, man. But that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Mase is right. Puff owe him. He wrote 2 albums. One he delivered on. The second one he didn't deliver on because of what he did for Puff and the family No Way Out that he wrote for. The countless other artists he wrote for on top of Puff. He owe Mase, man. Now he on the Breakfast Club talking about Mase owe him $3 million. Now what he talking about on the $3 million is the fact that Puff put up the money for the second album and Mase basically is like, I'm a pastor now. I'm with Jesus now. So he found a loophole. Religion. Not saying he totally believe in it or he totally don't believe in it, but he found a loophole how to get out of it where he ain't had to be in the negative with Puff. Because Puff wasn't gonna pay him for the shit he did for the No Way Out album. For the countless people he wrote for on Bad Boy. Publishing the whole shit. He owed Mase probably like 5, maybe even 10. Like, go to Gene Deal shit, man. He got the guy named Kurt Burrows. Kurt Burrows had 25% of ownership in Bad Boy. Puff swindled him out of that. Go to the Gene Deal show and listen to Gene Deal. He'll tell you. Man, that boy's a cold snake, man. So he owe that man. And he gonna have to pay the piper, man. He gonna have to pay the piper because right now, he only coming out because it's affecting his bottom line. People don't want to do business with him. It's been reported that Nanny, which is Kim Porter's niece, which is the daughter of his son, Lil Combs, aka Lil Diddy, you know what I'm saying, and 2 daughters, Kim Porter, the mama that's dead, that died mysteriously after the book she was about to put out, but never came out. But the niece, man, they saying the niece got some shit on this nigga. What's going on? So at the end of the day, what's that all gonna turn out to be? Now let's say conspiracy theories. Put your tinfoil kufi on. Let's say he did have something to do with Kim Porter's death. Okay, now if her niece turned up dead, then everybody really gonna be looking at Puff. So the niece is making the right move at the right time, just like Mase is making the right move at the right time. Mase got another video that he did. He did a video smashing and going off on Puff, but he also got one, he's sitting there with his glasses on, got his little cardigan sweater on, and he talking with some sense. See, we all got good and evil in us, man. All that, man, I'm so good, I'm so good. That's why you had these pastors putting their fingers in little boys. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about the nuns, but I can imagine what be going on in with the nuns, man. What they be doing with them little young girls and them nuns, man. But they're not gonna. That's too much like right. They ain't gonna talk about that. See. So at the end of the day, man, everybody making a right move on Puff, man. Puff has to be brought down. Now, black folk, man, another black man bringing another black man down. Okay, I'm here in Detroit, right? Niggas kill niggas every day, B. We only pick and choose when we want to care about each other, man. Why we don't care about each other all day, every day? Why we picking and choosing when we love each other? Or when we, black man ain't trying to bring another black man down. They just found a cat, man, today. Well, happened last night. Somewhere on the east side, in a Charger, at a hotel, shot up dead. So, I mean, where's the love at? Where's the, hey man, we trying to bring another black man down. Where that energy at? We be pump faking, man. We all know them pews, them snakes, them devils. We know what they do. But they got such a mental and financial hold on us that they will make us down there do just about anything for a buck or some fame. Look at the rappers today, man. Look at the female rappers today. Look at what they'll do for $1 and be famous. They'll degrade themselves. In the 90s, when Snoop and all them was talking about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, and was explaining to niggas this what type of DJ Quick and them, Too Short, Eazy-E, rest in peace, Pac, all them was saying, look, at these hoes ain't shit. They ain't talking about all women. They talking about a particular group of women. Fast forward, them same particular group of women had kids and had kids. So it's like 3 generations. Now look at Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls. The list goes on and on. Shout out to the one person who came into the room. So at the end of the day, they degrading themselves. Back then, Dolores Tucker, C. Tucker, was basically berating all the rappers for talking bad about women and degrading them. Now you fast forward, they degrade themselves for a check. And they telling niggas, to get this pussy, you gotta pay me. That's prostitution. I don't care how you cut it. That's a prostitute. So basically, these is prostitute rappers. That's the girls. Now you go to the guys. These niggas so thirsty for a check, they telling them, hey, put a dress on. And tell them it's the new swag. This is what they wearing. This, tell them. So Young Thug, what's the one nigga that's with one of the city girls, JT, what's the little nigga from Philly, man? Damn, what's the little dog name? Man, I can't think of the name, but that nigga so goddamn feminine looking and wearing goddamn eyeliner and all kind of crazy shit and little ass skirt dresses and shit. Man, them boys all mess all for fame and money. These pews, these snakes, these devils, they know our get up, man. They studied us. I give it to them. That's one thing I'm not gonna take from them. They studied us, man. Yes, we the dominant gene. We strong. We dominate football. We dominate the NBA. But guess what they dominate? That paper. So they grab people like Puff. They grab people like Jay-Z. They grab people like Russell Simmons. You see, Russell done got his day. Russell done moved out the country because he know his day coming. R. Kelly got his day. Puff gonna get his, and then eventually Jay-Z gonna get his. They all gonna get their day, man. They not gonna go away with a whole bag like billionaires. Like, how do you see how they did Bill Cosby? These pews, these snakes, these devils is not gonna allow you to go away and run away with the bank. It's just not gonna happen. Trust me, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to constantly be a gatekeeper, or they're gonna take what they gave you. Trust me. So in due time, Puff gonna get his, because Puff been a cold snake for a long time. There's nobody on Bad Boy currently right now that's rich. I can hear somebody saying, what about Fresh Montana? Fresh Montana did a 3-dimensional deal with Puff. It wasn't a direct deal with Bad Boy. It was Bad Boy, Rick Ross label, MMG, and his label. Did a 3-headed deal. That was smart. He didn't sign directly to Puff. So that's why he's able to move around the way he do. That was smarter French. But no artist on Bad Boy is rich and living comfortable. Period. Mase is not broke, but he should have way more. He should be, like he said, my peers. His peers was Jay-Z. People like that. Nas, them was his peers. He came out around that time. Look at Nas. Look how much Nas is worth. Look how much his Jay-Z is worth. Look at his peers of that era. Why he don't have that same type of, bag? Why is Puff the only one that's rich on Bad Boy? Super rich. You gotta ask yourself these questions. You gotta put your thinking cap on and take the emotions and dick riding out the situation. No disrespect, but that's what we do as black folk. If we feel like somebody winning, we feel like they got the bag, like it's lame niggas in Detroit right now with the bag. But since he got the bag, or she got the bag, everybody fuck. It's like that in my city. We blinded by money and what we perceive as fame. Or somebody that's on. Yeah, he on, she on. They could be lame as fuck. So that's my 2 cents on it, man. Y'all enjoy your day. Peace.